you sit with her on the bench, and more people stop and say hello to her than. It's like she's the mayor of the town. I told her that. I tell her that. I think she's the queen of Keene. Actually, tell you she definitely has a reason not to trust people.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, she has a lot of reasons.
I think she knows what she's saying a lot of the times. I think she knows how absurd she's coming off, and I think she likes to banter. And I think even if she doesn't, you still can't take offense at anything she says because you kind of just write it up to whatever's going on with her. Like 9 out of 10 times, if she does say something insulting, she might be joking around. Yeah. She might not realize it's insulting. I think very rarely is she malicious or with malicious intent.
She said, I was like, oh, that's my little brother, and she was like, well, what'd you do with the other ones? And I was like, oh, I only have one brother, and actually, I don't know if you've met him, blah, blah. And she was like, that's because you killed the other, because you liked him the best. And then went on this rant and said that I was a cult leader that killed and raped a bunch of people and had killed my other two brothers because I liked my brother the best, and proceeded to call me the C word and plenty of other vulgarities. And I kept trying to tell her, I was like, Una, I'm kind of getting a little uncomfortable. I think you're mistaking me for someone else. And finally, I just had to, let her go back to work because I was afraid of, I don't know. I wasn't really afraid, but I just understood that she wasn't in the right state of mind. And ever since then, she gives me snares and sometimes says rude things to me when I walk.
I take photographs and I'm trying to get a nice portrait of her, and she always tells me no, and it gives me some awesome but crazy reason why I can't photograph her, like her head hurts or things like that. Or she told me one day that I can't take a photograph of her that day because I have to wait till she's beautiful, like when she's dead.
She was actually supposedly the most beautiful girl in school, and was really popular, and I don't know, was always kind of shy and quirky, but was really, really popular. All you guys wanted to date her and stuff. And then I don't know, I heard something recently about her getting struck by lightning. There's a lot of theories that people say she got in marriage and had a mental breakdown and stuff, but I haven't heard anything definite.
I think she suffered some kind of trauma in her life. She always talks about these different experiences where she was attacked or she was hit by something or something strange was happening. I don't really know what that's about.
When I first started working here, I asked the same question, and she said that they've heard a lot of different answers, and I think she likes to tell a lot of different answers, but I think the most repeating one that people have have come to gather is the most true is that she was vacationing somewhere, I want to say Egypt, but I might have just always imagined Egypt.
Yeah.
But she was taking a vacation somewhere, and I think she got abducted.
You can keep this issue of does society or how does society make room for certain people? Who do they choose? And I think those could be, from a film perspective, I think they could be so rich, and there'd be so many different answers to that.
I was talking to her at the laundromat one time. She was just there, and we're talking about whatever's playing on the TV, and how acting is a weird job, and how it's a strange thing to make your life being other people. Just little things like that. She has little Una-isms, her little wisdoms that are sort of, I don't know, there in the world but less talked about by other people. And I've seen Una around for years, but I don't know if she's necessarily part of the community anymore than anyone else. I don't think she necessarily wants to be. I think she likes that she has people who talk to her. She likes that she has her friends and stuff, but I don't think that she is any more or any less than anybody else. I think she's just a person. I think that's what she really wants before, people talk to her. It's just to talk to her like a human.
I'd actually met her in the morning for coffee, and we'd spent time together. And I went home, and I was dealing with something, and actually I had cried. So I came back to meet her, and my eyes were puffy. She got really close, and she said, "What's wrong with your eyes?" And I said, "Oh, allergies." And she said, "Don't lie to me. You've been crying." and my mouth dropped, and I said, "You're right. I have been. And you're right. I didn't tell you the truth." And that was the end of it.
Yes.
There was no, she is incredibly intuitive that way. you know.
She can see it.
Oh my God, my mouth dropped. You know, my mouth dropped. I was like, wow. And I even said to her, you know what? I said, you're right, I should never try to not tell you the truth. When we're all confronted with somebody who looks so different, who can behave so differently, just watching for a second, when they come up to us, we don't know what they're going to do. And that's what scares most of us, is the unpredictability. It really comes down to who's willing to put themselves out there, who's willing to deal with their own discomfort enough to understand somebody else. Because that's really what it is. It's really, no matter what our age is or our experience, it's originally dealing with our own discomfort of not knowing.
We're the filmmakers. We're wondering if we could talk to you.
Not right now, I guess.
Not right now? Is there a time we could?
Maybe another day.
Another day?
Yeah.
Okay.